Hello, everyone. My name is Nikita, and today I'll be sharing the story of Josh Hochluer, the founder of Talenti. In the episode, Josh shares how his love for Argentine gelato led to one of the most recognizable frozen dessert brands in the US. But it wasn't a straight line to success. It involved pivots, personal sacrifice, and a deep understanding of branding and consumer behavior. This presentation dives into the journey behind Talenti, what inspired it, how it overcame failure, and what we can take away as aspiring entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs. Josh Hirschlower didn't come from a culinary background, far from it. In 2003, he was a young banker living in Buenos Aires, Argentina. He fell in love with the city's gelato culture. That experience sparked something in him. Instead of sticking to spreadsheets and financial models, he trained with a master gelato maker and brought those flavors and textures back to the US. What stands out is that Josh was not a traditional founder. He was driven by curiosity, passion, and the courage to shift careers entirely. His background in finance helped him navigate the risks and numbers, but it was his willingness to learn and adapt that truly laid the foundation for Talenti. The original idea was to open a gelato shop, something intimate, focused on delivering the true Argentine gelato experience to American customers. Josh launched the first Talenti retail store in Dallas around 2006. The gelato was rich, handcrafted, and full of flavor. But while the product was authentic and high quality, the market wasn't ready to pay premium prices in a retail setting. The foot traffic didn't translate into profits. This is where most entrepreneurs would call it quits. But for Josh, it was just the beginning. What sets apart Talenti wasn't just the gelato, it was the entire experience built around it. Josh believed in transparency, both literally and metamorphically. That's why Talenti's signature clear plastic jar was introduced. It allowed customers to see the quality of the product, reinforcing the idea of purity, simplicity, and indulgence. The value proposition became about offering a luxury dessert experience at home without having to go to a boutique shop. It was natural ingredients, elegant packaging, and a flavor first philosophy, all brought together to deliver affordable luxury in a grocery store freezer. Josh's success wasn't just about great gelato, it was about who he became during the process. He poured everything into the business emotionally, physically, and financially. He maxed out credit cards, sold his car and furniture, and operated the business out of a warehouse and his own vehicle. His defining traits were resilience, adaptability, and resourcefulness. He didn't wait for perfect conditions. He hustled, made the best out of what he had, and kept showing up every day with the belief that Talenti would succeed. Like any other great story, Josh faced significant roadblocks. The biggest one early on was realizing that the retail model was broken. Instead of sinking more time and money into something unsustainable, he made the bold choice to shut down the shop and pivot to a wholesale model, producing gelato for grocery stores instead. Then came the issue of funding. He didn't have access to venture capital, so he knocked doors, made over 100 calls, and eventually raised 600K from friends and family. Another challenge was getting shelf space in stores. But the clarity and elegance of the Talenti jar, paired with a high quality product, spoke for itself and won over major retailers. If there was one defining moment in Talenti's journey, it was the shift from being a struggling retail shop to becoming a recognizable consumer brand. The decision to pivot to wholesale and to do it with a beautifully designed clear container completely changed Talenti's trajectory. That jar just wasn't a package. It became an icon that stood out in freezer aisle and built trust with customers. Once Talenti hit shelves in Kroger, Costco, Publix, and Whole Foods, the momentum took off. The product quality paired with standout branding created a flywheel that would carry the company to national success. Eventually, all the long nights, the debt, and the warehouse hustle paid off. Talenti became the top selling gelato brand in America. In 2014, it was acquired by Unilever for an estimated $175 million. From scooping gelato behind the counter in Dallas to watching his product line stretch across every major retailer in the country, Josh built more than a business. He built a legacy of flavor, resilience, and thoughtful branding. What Josh's journey makes clear is that great entrepreneurs aren't just dreamers, they are doers who adapt. He didn't let ego or original plans hold him back. He listened to the market, made hard decisions, and wasn't afraid to start over. Innovation in this case didn't mean inventing something new from scratch. It meant positioning something great in a way that clicked with customers. His story shows how important it is to stay flexible and remain obsessed with delivering value, especially when things don't go according to plan. Josh's journey reminds us that entrepreneurship isn't about getting it perfect from the start. It's about staying in the game, even when things go wrong. Whether you're building a business or leading innovation from within, success belongs to those who adapt boldly, act with purpose, and never lose sight of the value they bring to the table. The Talenti story isn't just about gelato, it's about grit, reinvention, and the sweet rewards of perseverance. Thank you.